This is a professional production.
We're literally in your lounge, gal.
Bestie Booze. Kia ora e hoa ma. Welcome to Bestie Booze.
Hello.
This is a special interruption. Lana, say hi.
Oh my! I'm so nervous. I don't want to know. This is like your guys' space.
I know.
And then I'm here. I feel like I hear it all the time in the car and everything, or at the gym when I'm slogging it out, hating my life, and it's my reprieve listening to you guys banter.
Please.
And then you always find out when you guys are talking that like you always agree with one person, and a lot of the time, I say something and Sam says it back to you, Sarah. Like things you don't know or things that you... It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But thanks for having me nonetheless. Great.
We thought we would bring you in because it is International Friendship Day today. And we thought, who's the Bestie Booze bestie? It's Lana
You're
Cochrane-Searle.
joking,
Lana
isn't it?
Cochrane-Searle.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
It's you. So for those of you who don't know Lana, she is a mum. She's a wife to the amazing Katie. She is an MC, an aspiring DJ. Yeah, like that kind of DJ. She's a wedding celebrant. She's the host of the More FM Breakfast Club. She was a contestant on Celebrity Treasure Island twice.
Ooh.
She is greedy. She's
Still
got over...
didn't win.
I know. You better go back.
I know.
She's got over 19,000 people following her on Instagram, and she is the gal we all want to be our bestie boo. Lana.
That's so nice. That's so nice.
And our first guest.
Yep.
This is cool, and you get to do it in your house. Is it like?
I
You
know.
must. Do you ever feel like you're gonna like? Because it's quite safe in here. Do you say some shit?
Too safe.
Oh, yeah.
How much of this chat goes on the podcast? Like,
At the time, I think, I'll leave that in. And then
Yeah.
the next day I go, oh, no, we want people to like us.
yeah, like when you're angry at someone, you don't text them straight away. Eh?
No.
You have to think about it for sleep on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yep.
Phil, thanks for having me. I actually was driving over here and I was thinking, why do I feel so nervous?
Aw.
Because I know you both.
Yeah.
So why am I nervous about it? I think it's because there's freedom here. And freedom for me can be dangerous.
Yeah. Well, I feel nervous because you guys are the professionals. I'm
Well,
just the
no.
shit talker along for the ride.
That's
Yeah,
all
that's
we do.
fair. Yeah.
But
I'm
that's
not
all
going
we
to sleep
do.
now.
Why is it, Sarah, when three people hang out, one's always left out?
Oh my! Yeah, I'm happy
my
to. I'll be the
God,
person.
guys.
Honestly,
Sheesh.
imagine if the 20th episode was the last one. 'Cause
I
of
know.
this.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I heard you don't like doing the finishes of the podcast now.
Nah.
Was it
Over
because of that
those.
poem?
Well, it was a lot of pressure just for weeks and weeks on end. Every time I was on the finisher, I would stress about it for pretty much that last half of the week before we recorded.
Yeah.
And then not know what to do and like a lot of expectation.
She's overthought it.
Yeah, you really have. No, just keep doing it and pretend. Just fake it till you make it, man. That's like my motto for life.
Same.
Amen.
Just pretend, but just don't tell anyone you're pretending.
Yes, because then they
Yeah.
will tell you to leave.
I know, but I really thought I'd nailed that last poem and it was really not great.
Oh, and as I was sitting there listening to it, mate, I felt like I was back at work when Simon or Gary on one of those long-winded rants, and you all see, like, you know, everyone else is clocking out,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh shit. Wrap
But
it
in
up.
Sarah's defence, I think you even know you're doing it, but
Yeah.
you keep pushing forward. Like, oh, I can't drown now.
I've come this far. What am I meant to do? Jeez.
Actually, before I go, I'm not leaving yet.
Mate, you just got here.
I bought
This
some.
is a short
not a tissue.
episode.
I bought some of these from home for your kids.
Oh, Disney disc.
Because
Thank
do you
you.
know what's interesting now is now that Jay's a bit older, Jay is 8 going on like 9, but basically 8 going on 20. All of a sudden he's not into collecting, and I know you guys have both just got into that phase of your kids like loving the collectibles.
It's over so soon.
I know, like he loved the little gardens. We shop at Woolworths, so like it's always been like the Lego or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
and that's always been huge. But this one is just not gelling, so I'm not going to force it.
Yep.
Yeah, fair.
I'm just going
It's
to
not
give these to you guys. I'll give them to Sarah because I feel like
Thank
I've been
you.
meant to. Yeah.
And isn't it funny how it's full circle though? Like now all the adults are back into collectibles.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Did you?
So
So
good.
did you guys buy those?
Labubos.
Yeah.
Nah.
Because well, then who's buying the squishy things? You, Sam. The
Yeah, I
squishmallow-
bought
yeah.
squish-
Yeah,
Squishmallows.
she's got so many squishmallows.
I don't have that many.
How many?
So
How
Luna,
many?
Luna has
counted.
2, and I have 2.
Luna. Oh, so Luna paid for
And
them.
how many more is there that she doesn't know about?
Then there's that other one that you gave her, and then there's the one that's attached to the nappy bag, and,
And
then
then-
there's the pet bed. I bought a pet bed, but have not got the pet.
Well, but you're like casually.
Yeah, oh, it has to be a cat, mate.
Yeah.
God, what are we going to do with a dog?
Yeah, no, dog's too much. No.
I'd love one, but it's just too much
Yeah.
responsibility.
Yeah.
We could do like a code. I was gonna say code share, like it's an airline, but we could do like a shared animal one day.
Like between the three of us.
Yeah, but I could like probably I might tap out.
Yeah, fair. You live on the other side of town from us too.
I'm happy to do it with you as long as you're covering the insurance because I've never run over my cat.
Oh, I did. That was one of the worst days of my life.
so bad. man.
I reversed out. He was just a kitten. And I'd fed him at the other side of the house because he was a kitten. He's playful. And as I was going to work, I reversed out of the driveway and I thought, I know Leaf was his name. I know he's on the other side of the house. So I know it's safe. But in the time that I'd fed him and quickly ran to the car, I heard the doof. And I snapped both legs.
Oh my God, Lana.
And ruptured his bladder and he still lived, dead now. But
Guys.
But didn't die because of that.
yeah, that wasn't the reason. It was a blood clot.
He was such a great cat. I used to flat like a house in between me and Lana, and so I'd often see Leaf, and then I'd often hear Lana calling him in for tea, and you just hear this, Leafy!
Oh.
But my other cat was called Muff, so it was way
Yeah.
weirder. Muff!
Yeah.
Muffy!
Yeah. Come on.
Muff.
Hey, why don't you tell everyone how you first met Lana and how you guys know each other?
Yeah, that's a good one. I started at More FM November 2012. Lana had already, you were with MediaWorks and More FM and that, but you weren't in Christchurch at that time, eh?
I moved away probably about 6 months after the earthquake. I stuck it out for the hard stuff, and then I was like, man, I need a break from this. And I was offered a job in Hamilton. And
Oh, a break.
Yeah.
you say what you will about Hamilton. I love Hamilton.
It sounds so fun.
Oh,
Like the night
Hamilton.
scene sounds like
Yeah.
it's popping off.
And Hamilton doesn't take itself too seriously, and neither do I. So we were like a match made in heaven, and I did some work with the Chiefs, and that was easy on the eye. I can say that was, And so I was there for about a year and a half, and then eventually I got lured back to Christchurch, and that's where I met Sam had started by then. And
Yeah.
everyone kept telling me that we'd get on.
Yes, I remember Stitchy came up to me and he said, "You are so much like Lana Cochrane-Searle. When she gets back here, you two are going to be best friends." Oh, okay, I hope so.
But then there's the pressure, right, of what
Yeah.
if it's like we're too similar?
Yeah.
You know, like big collision.
Yeah.
Yeah, which there wasn't, so that was fine. It was all
Absolutely
cool.
awkward.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to think, Sarah, of when I remember you at parties because Sam was very generous and brought me into the fold, and that's probably the one thing I noticed about Christchurch compared to anywhere else I've lived, is it was really hard to crack that friendship
Yeah.
Clicky.
level. Yeah, especially in your early to mid 20s, because I think if you're still around or you're in a city like that, you've probably studied and stayed here out of high school. But there were still people who had still come into this. You could find the odd person that was in a similar situation, but it was very clicky. It was from someone coming in. And Sam was generous enough to invite me into your guys'
I don't
fold.
mind.
Yeah, and probably because she knew I was a bit of a mongrel, and I
Could back her up if she got in
Oh, honestly,
house fight.
I could spot a bogan a mile away, and I
Yes.
thought Lana will fit
Yeah.
right in with our crew.
Yep. And I think I remember seeing you, Sarah, at a party.
I think I figured out it was 2017, Sam's bus trip for her birthday. It was
Oh,
a country bus trip.
Oh, in the daytime, and we went out to all
Yes.
those country pubs.
That's the first
Yeah.
memory I think I have of you.
And then not long after, I remember going to your house before a Warriors game
Oh, yeah?
in Christchurch.
Yeah, but I remember you, but then you were with another girl. Because it
Oh
wasn't
my
Katie.
God, I
you had a whole
was.
nother life.
I did.
I think you guys had just gotten engaged, maybe.
Yes, my gosh, that was a learning curve, that
Oh,
entire
mate.
thing. And you know what? I was saying this the other night, actually, to Katie. I said, like, a lot of people look at their past and they would change things if they could. Obviously, I wish that Katie and I had been together way sooner and met sooner, so we had longer together, and maybe we could have had a family ourselves, as in added to having Jay. But I actually think the stuff that I learnt during that, it sounds corny, but the stuff that I learnt during that time and the people that I met. I still don't think I'd change that. I'd probably, if I could have, even though it was out of my control, the way it ended was not nice. But I'm still glad that I learnt what I learnt from all of that, because I knew then the shit I wouldn't put up with anymore.
Yeah.
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 Those things make you though,
Yeah.
don't they? It's
Totally.
it's always the one before the one.
Yeah.
Like the guy I dated before I got with Sam, he showed me what I did not want anymore.
But why do we want that?
And I had to learn that lesson hard. It's like I had to learn it 20 times before I could go, right,
Yeah.
I'm really done with chasing people
Yeah.
that shouldn't be chased.
Yeah, but is it the I mean,
It
Lady
is.
Gaga sings about it. It's something about the chase, and I think that's what it was. Is that I got confused with coming out effectively with this person and winning the chase, winning this race that I don't know if I made it up in my head or it was just a game that was being played, and then being in that zone of being like, oh, I'm out. Here I am. Physically with this person, instead of just being like mentally out, but not having anyone to sort of point to when people ask who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then being in it going, I think if there's anyone doubting their relationship, it's not the one. As in, like, if you ask yourself, is this the one? That's already, to me, in my head, knowing what I know now, that's a big bad sign. If there's any doubt whatsoever, that person's not for you, man.
I think I heard a quote once was like, if it's not fuck yes, it's a no. Like if you're not like, yes, then you're probably not meant to be doing it.
Yeah. God, it's got deep.
Gosh,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah, but the
wow,
reason
God.
I actually brought that up
Sorry,
is because did
You're
you
now
know-
with her? No.
Yeah, and a surprise.
yeah, I'm in a throuple.
No, but did you know that I know the people that ended up buying your old engagement ring that you guys had?
So my one or the other
I think the
person's
other
one?
person's one.
And they're not in Christchurch, eh? Or are they?
No, they are.
Oh, wild.
Wait, so this is the one
I
that
think-
Lana would have purchased for her ex.
I believe so.
So how are they? Are they still with?
Well, so my husband, Michael,
Yes.
he was a groomsman at their wedding,
Yeah.
but we don't really keep in touch with them anymore.
But they are together.
But they are still together.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember what I did with the one that I had.
Mate, sorry, what I want to talk about is just how much those things devalue so quickly.
Oh, my.
You buy a ring for, I don't know, let's say $5,000, and if you go to try and sell it, if you go to cash converters or something, well,
Yeah.
they give you like 800 for them.
So I walked in, I remember I went in to cash converters, and I mean, I was in a state at that point, but I was like, I think it was one of those physical things I could do to get the wheels moving. And I walked into cash converters at Linwood, you know, by Eastgate, and I walked in and I walked past the jewelry stand, the stuff that they were on selling, and I saw that it was for sale for about 800. And I thought, well, if that's worst case scenario, if I get 500 for it, sweet. He offered me $110
Whoa.
for a ring that within, well, I think it was only 3 months or so earlier, I had paid $5,000 for.
Oh my God.
But then it was literally the same ring that was for sale for 800 at the door, and they were gonna. I mean, the market was insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, apparently this ring that you guys had wasn't available to buy firsthand anymore. So the bride to be was very, very adamant that that was the ring she wanted, and she found it. I think I want to say on Trade
It
Me or
would
something.
have been Trade Me, yeah.
Yeah, and she paid decent money for it.
Because some people just hold on to them, but I'd be probably a bit devastated if I found, like, if you were with someone and you found their old wedding ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a tough one,
Hey,
eh?
wouldn't you? Or is that whole thing of the past being okay? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Don't ask me these questions.
So yeah, I think I met you around that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. About
But
that
you've
time.
been consistent. You've been so because you've been a lot more than just that word. Like for Sam, like legit, and I've seen it, and I've talked to Sam about it as well. Like
bless.
you have been the rock that Sam needs, and you've got your own shit going on too.
Totally.
You've never let it drop. I don't think everyone is able to do it to the level that you did it. You clearly were here on the shit days, and you were clearly here on the good days because you were always here on the shit days. It was just a matter of time, right?
100%. Like, yeah. It's hard because if I talk about it, I'll probably cry, but I really do credit a lot to Sarah. Just turning up. It is just turning up. It's consistency. It's being there. She didn't come in here and wave a magic wand and try and fix anything.
No.
She just witnessed it. She let me cry to her. And that's just so massive for people. You just want your grief to be witnessed.
I hear you
yeah.
guys, and I appreciate that, but I just want to call out I'm not the only person who was around.
No.
Of course
You
not.
know, like I didn't do that all by myself.
No.
And yeah,
No, but like
lots of
Lana
people
was
did
here
pitch
too.
in. Exactly.
Lana was
right.
still a
Yeah,
great
but-
friend to me. You know, my sister was great to me.
I know.
Other friends of ours were great, but it's just
But you
I
deserve a
needed
shout
one
out.
person to just
Yeah, push you in
be
the
my
pool.
person.
Oh, thanks, gals.
and not push record on the camera.
Yeah.
So she can deal with that because like you've dealt with other stuff.
Yeah. I know, right?
Oh my God,
Sheesh.
bless.
Just remembering, so Sarah, as we've talked about on the podcast, is a sperm donor baby. She is one of
Yes.
8 donations that were made. Is that
Live
how I would put
donations.
That would have been like wild back then. I say
Yep.
that because
I'm
like
a
now
pioneer.
it's quite
I'm a
you're
pioneer.
trailblazer.
She is a trailblazer. Jean Batten and Sarah
Actually.
Doreen, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trailblazers.
Gosh.
I know. I think honestly, I think I'm in the first like second or third year of kids being born this way.
Wow. And I remember hearing the story about just how small the world is
Amen.
and how we know one of your
Yeah, we
Half
worked with
sibling.
one
Yeah.
of Sarah's siblings. That
Yeah.
whole time we're working with Maddie and we have no idea that it's my other friend's sister.
and really close with her because I remember she'd worked in promos with us on the same level and was always there.
Isn't that
and
crazy? That's wild.
It's just like one of those things where you go because Christchurch is small, but it's not that small.
I know. And every time, I know, freaking hell. Every time I found another brother, I was like, oh, phew.
How many now?
Well,
Well, yeah.
I think I've got three brothers and
Were you busy
5
beforehand?
girls.
That's a lot. And do they have kids? Like, do you have now niece?
Yeah. There's always always nieces and nephews being born.
Was anyone
Mainly
funny?
by the 2 brothers.
Yeah. Was anyone funny about finding out? Like any of them? Or did they all?
Yeah, there's one in Australia who has taken
Yeah.
a while to warm up.
Yeah.
I send her a message once a year,
Classic.
every year.
Yeah.
I know, but then I decided actually I wasn't going to send her any more messages, and she's really come around, and now she comments in the group chat, and we're like,
there
whoa.
we go. She just needed time.
Yeah.
The oven needed to preheat. That's
Who
fine.
knew?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Some people just need to warm up to
Yeah.
the idea that they're actually a
I
sperm
know.
donor child and may have all these siblings they've never
I
heard of.
know, but I'll
Isn't it
tell you who
wild?
didn't. Maddie. She is the same as me. Is we're just full in.
Yeah.
But she knew from a young age, didn't
Yeah.
she? Because I remember her talking about it. She always knew she was a sperm donor child.
Yeah.
And her parents used the same donor twice, so her and her sister are full siblings.
Oh, that's nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got that. Yeah.
My siblings actually have a bit of a comp going about which sibling is getting the most mention
On the podcast.
on the pod. Yeah, they all
You had
listen.
to give them all. Oh no.
I know.
Oh,
it's a lot
Jack.
of them. We'll be here all
Family
night.
Feud.
Yeah. Also, at some point, Lana, we're going to go on a journey because we need to find the missing one. There's one missing.
I know.
Where? Oh,
Well, that,
I believe.
oh, Lana, if we knew that, we'd get her.
sorry. I've
I
got a
believe
dictionary.
she's local.
Local, like.
Well,
you
if
think-
if history is anything to go by, they're
Yeah.
all from Christchurch or origins of
and
Christchurch.
if not here, it won't be hard to. She.
Exactly. She.
Okay, we know she. Okay,
Yeah.
that's half.
Born in
population.
1990.
Okay.
So same age as me, you. Not you, Lana.
I bet you when you find her, there'll be some weird tie-in.
Oh God, yeah,
You know, like
absolutely.
She might be one of your ex-girlfriends.
we've possibly already talked about her in the podcast.
Oh my God.
She is blonde.
And she is that
No,
age.
but they are all. I'm the shortest sibling, and I'm not a short girly.
Wow,
Right.
you
They
are
are all
short.
tall. Yeah.
So we need to find a tall, lonely blonde girl
Who said she's lonely?
because she hasn't got her other siblings.
She might have other halfies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
true.
one of my brothers, his parents used a different donor, so he's got
Oh.
a sibling born by a sperm donation, but a different donor.
And knowing what Maddie looks like, she's not like a spitting image of you.
No.
So it could be hard to
But is that whole blonde hair, blue eyes thing?
Yes.
And they've both got very bubbly, loving,
Yeah.
vivacious
Your persona.
personalities.
Yeah.
Oh, keep it coming.
You're both really good friends. Oh.
Both absolute idiots.
Amen.
Lana, I was telling Sarah about all my cousins because obviously she's got all the siblings, but I've got all the cousins because my mum is one of 7, my dad is one of 6. And I know your dad has a heap of siblings.
Yeah. So he's got it's a typical whānau story where there's tons of them, but he was also whāngai onto the end of his mum's siblings because he was there was 18 or 19 of them, and he was
Holy.
tacked onto the end. And was basically he was looked after by his mother, but basically looked after from his grandmother, whose name was Kate, my middle name. And so there's 18 of them, and then my mum's Croatian, and so they breed big.
Oh.
She's from a family of 5, which was relatively small.
Oh, modest.
Like 5 kids, so 7. And so she had cousins and cousins and cousins. And up north, what happened was because they were all the same age.
Interbred.
Well,
You're having the same issues as Sarah.
yeah. So my dad and
Careful.
say 3 of his brothers married my mum and all of her cousins, and so they weren't
wow.
But then so now I've got cousins from both sides of my. I can think of there's one called Dominique. Hi Dominique, Jessamine. They're related to me on both sides of the family.
Wow.
Yeah, second cousins on both sides, but not inbred.
Yeah. They'd have to be careful.
And
Real
so
careful.
in a town of 3,000 people,
You have to move.
you do have to move, but even in a region of say 100,000 people, it's not long before the branches spread quite far.
Every date you go on, you're like, can I
Yeah.
just check your ancestry DNA?
So funny you say that because
Oh,
All right.
mate, what happened?
Oh, no.
there was a nightclub called Danger Club. It was themed country and western, but
Smoke, bubbles.
Then, just bad,
Filth.
sticky
Just
floors.
filth.
It was an old Decker, but in the nightclub. And so one night I hooked
What a
up with-
refurb.
Now it's a church. Wow.
Oh. redemption.
Yeah. So one night, it was cup night. You used to pay $20 and you got 20 cups of beer, and you had this bracelet, and they'd just take off the wee tabs every time you went up. You'd never get through the 20 because they were big cups. Anyway, I remember this night because it was a school night, Wednesday, and I must have been about 20, and there was these guys that decided, because it was cheap that night, to have their bucks night in town. That was all good. My friend and I both ended up having a little kihi with some of these guys on the dance floor.
Yes.
I thought that she met with her friend at first. I thought, well, that tracks.
Yeah, that probably happened too. And then it wasn't until, thank God, we went home, and then he'd added me on Bebo.
Bebo!
And I saw all of our mutual friends, and all of our mutual friends were all family.
Oh.
And I went, hold up. I pashed my second cousin.
Oh, you're kissing cousins.
Oh, that's
I'd never met him, and I actually haven't met him since. I've met his sister. But there's so
and you
many
pashed her
of
too.
her. And I pashed her as well. I thought, yep, that matches.
Muzzle now the whole family.
But that's why I had to get out.
Oh, wow.
Change Island straight to the South Island.
Yep.
But
Holy
that's my
heck.
cousin's story.
Yeah, but you've looked into Katie good, eh?
Yeah,
She's good.
yeah.
You wouldn't have married her if you hadn't.
We did the genealogy thing at work that time, and
Wow.
Katie did it, and she's like purebred, she's like
White?
English, Wales, Scottish, Irish.
That's
It
me.
was the same as Samuel. I was like, babe, you are just a collection of white. There's
Same.
no colour in there.
But I do have like the fun white ones too. Like I'm Swedish, Norwegian,
Oh, nice.
and like really cool
So
ones.
you got some Viking going on there.
Yeah, probably.
The fun white ones. I love that.
There's still a lot of Scottish and Irish in this.
Yeah.
They are fun.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just
Potato,
not like,
potato.
Yeah.
Who's your most accomplished cousin?
There's a couple of cousins that did really well in rugby.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Like one of the famous mayors up north said one day, a moment in sport is a moment out of court. And that's definitely a saying up there.
I love that.
He was the
so
one that
good.
introduced me to the saying, too much hooey, not enough doughy. And that's another
I love
good
that.
one.
That's from your mayor.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, well, it's not as bad as the one my dad gave me.
What?
Remember? My dad used to always say to me and my sister when we were kids, it's all over, Mary, pull your pants up. And not until we were 10 years ago did we realise what that man had been saying to
Oh
us.
my God.
He was a league coach.
They get cancelled now, eh? My Uncle Darren said to me the other day.
Oh, God, what did he
Pop
say?
off, Darren.
You know what he's like. At the wedding, he kept screaming out, up the wires at my wedding. I was like, not now. But not now. He calls me, and he's always called me Tube, and I've never known why. But he gave us kids nickname. He was the fun uncle that always had the double brown and line red.
Mm-hmm.
He was always playing rugby at the club rooms, and he was just a solid forestry guy.
Nice.
And so he called me Tube, and I said to Mum the other day, like, why does he call me that? Like, what are the origins of that nickname? She goes, Lube Tube. And I said,
You know.
I said, why am I Lube Tube? And she goes, yeah, come to think of it, it's not very good. I said, oh. But
Sarah.
absolutely no context.
I don't get it.
Lube Tube, neither do I.
A tube of lube?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But why is that nickname?
Why would you give the child a lube nickname? That's why it's weird.
That's why it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. You're not missing anything. Just
great.
the reason for it. Yeah.
You're like, what? Same.
Same. And he's my uncle, and it's fucking weird, man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my uncle calls my
uncles.
sister Blondie. Maybe you should try something like that.
Oh, sheesh. All right, Lube Tube.
Oh my gosh, I really want to talk about Treasure Island, Celebrity Treasure Island, because I fucking love that show.
Man.
I didn't watch TV, okay? Like,
Yeah.
who does? I watch Netflix and stuff. But then Lana went on the show, and so I was like, well, I'm clearly going to have to watch this. I was just hooked. As soon as she got back, I was like, tell me everything that happened.
Right.
Which ones? Where
I
did
just
you go?
quizzed her.
Which ones?
So the first one I did was basically the resurgence of the show. So that was the one with Chris Parker on it. And
Oh,
that
yes.
was it was in COVID, but we were all still roaming around
Was
the
that in Wanaka?
countryside. No, that was in the far north.
Oh, far north. Yes, it was too.
So it was quite cool because it was just down the road from where I grew up. But
that was great because your iwi went on to the show, didn't it? Ngāti Kuri?
Ngāti Kuri, and
That's
so
right.
I was able to represent them, which was really cool. And we did I got to do heaps of sort of groundwork with them leading up to it and then after it, and I sort of felt like I was connected again to that.
It's so important, eh?
It's hard. We were from the generation where, well, parents are from the generation, and even their parents. Like, I can't get anything out of my nana about the Māori side because it was just bit out of them.
It's
man.
so sad, isn't it?
Yeah, and so trying to find that information now without too much of the stats is hard. So yeah, so actually doing that on Treasure Island was awesome. The first one I did, I had huge imposter syndrome. It didn't help that on the first day of getting there, so they fly you into the Bay of Islands airport, which is, a small plane situation. You get there and then you all hustle onto a bus and you can't tell anybody what you're there for. So locals are looking at you like, why is Munta over there from Outrageous Fortune? Munta with Rachel from Shortland Street. Like, what's going on? But no one was allowed to say anything.
Oh my gosh, the local rumour mill must have been freaking
It would have been going wild.
hot.
So they hustled us out of the airport on this bus. And as I'm on the bus, I just walk in and sit down. I don't really know anyone. I know who they are, but I'm too nervous to say hi to them. And so one of the camera guys was like, hey, how are you? I was like, good, thanks. And he was like, he was trying to get all this stuff on the bus, and he like handed me the big tripods, like those big, heavy. And I said, oh yeah, and he handed me more. I was like, cool.
Oh no!
He thought you were like the scabby girl.
And bless her, Angela Bloomfield, Rachel, who's now a very good friend, said, she's part of the cast. What are you doing? He goes, oh, sorry, I thought you were crew.
Oh no!
That really helped the imposter syndrome, I'm sure.
Constantly humbled in that show. But I never went in there with a big ego. I constantly felt like I shouldn't have been there. But shit, I had a blast. There were a few things I regretted, like being so much in my shell at the start. And you can't really tell because it's edited down, 24 hours is edited down into, I think it's 24 minutes of TV. So you can't really tell. And they squeeze it all out of you. But that's why I was so relieved I got a chance to go back for the Fans vs. Faves a few years later in Fiji, because I sort of knew, I was like, no, I believe that I should be here now.
That's actually amazing, to get a second chance at stuff like that, because often you don't get to go back and redo it.
Totally, and it was a huge honour to go back, because not everyone got that chance to, and some people were salty they didn't get a chance to go back.
In a proper, actual on the island?
Yes.
Leaving New Zealand?
Totally. And the first one, the first one sort of felt like, would they have, I was doubting everything. I was like, would they have invited me if it wasn't just in New Zealand? Like, they're going on about how it's the biggest cast they've ever had. Like, is that because I'm here? Like, all these
Did they just call me fat?
Yeah.
I hope they meant PH.
Absolutely. So then to go back to actual Fiji and to make it to the top 3 on the last day, it sounds stupid because it's just a TV show. It's like a big kids endurance race. I fucking loved it.
But that's so cool.
Unfortunately, I kept getting through and it was getting closer and closer to my Hens night back in New Zealand.
That's right.
And I was losing gauge of all the time. And so it got to the end where I said, I'm going to have to tap out of the show, purposely try and lose. And they did not like that.
Oh, you wouldn't.
They said, we'll do anything to get you back in time for your Hens night. And I landed the day of my Hens night and went straight out from the airport.
Oh my God, you must have been cooked.
Hit the piss.
You would have been loose because you wouldn't have had much food in your system.
So how long were you away recording that?
The first one was a month, and it's a month with no phone. Katie hated it because she said it
horrible.
Actually,
she would be upset. I remember she used to be really upset
because she's like, I know you're not dead, but I haven't heard from you this entire time.
How odd would that? Well, sorry.
And she's like, and I feel grateful.
How odd is that?
So I was like,
it's very odd. So I understand.
Yeah, she knew eventually I'd come back, but she's like, but it was just sitting in that, oh my God, I now know a little bit of thinking about this person who was just here and now they're gone.
And also not knowing what's happening to you. Are you there having a shit time? Are you there crying? Are you there needing her?
Yeah. There were nights where I totally bawled. There were, but because it was a real, I wish people could go, I guess it's like adult outward bound. Yeah. And I think maybe we should all go. I think because you really learn more and more about yourself. And I think after doing that, I came back and did all this crazy shit because I kind of realized the limit wasn't where I thought it was anymore.
Yeah.
And I think it takes something like that where you are starving, where you are completely doubting yourself. And you're completely out of your comfort zone and you just have to do shit. You realize how deep you can dig. And I wouldn't have had that if I didn't go on that show, especially the second time.
Yes. Oh, and it was honestly watching you was amazing. I was so proud of you. Every time you did something, it was just I would get well up. So I'd be like, that's my girl. Because it felt like I was doing someone who represented me. There's Lana, our girl Lana. It was so cool. I think all of the More FM listeners felt the same from when I talked to them.
I think it was just a normal person. I'm to myself in therapy, but a normal person who doesn't look like an Olympic rower, who isn't an ex-All Black, who isn't Dame Susan Devoy, not a comedian, somewhere awkwardly in between, has a kid at home, so worried about that too. It's kind of like you can kind of relate to that, just like a normal person being shoved on this island who thinks they shouldn't be there, but accidentally just bet Lance Savali and Art Green at a basketball shooting competition.
That was so
my
good.
gosh, claim to fame.
Like,
We had to get rid of them too.
we had to get rid of them.
Get them out.
And it was myself and Matty, the most unlikely pairing. And we still joke about that now, like a lesbian and a gay man making the dream team at a basketball shootout. Like,
So
shouldn't
good.
happen.
Honestly, though, you need to have Sarah, and you need to have some words because she's been saying to me, she's like, they don't actually rough it though, do they? And she's like,
it's
we
what
do
you wanna
get a
know.
bed.
It's really hard to believe.
Yes, I understand.
But did you seriously have no mattress?
No mattress, I swear to God.
Did you have a roof?
It's like you can't see it in the show. It's like a tarpaulin. It leaks, so it's like the old school canvas tents. So that would leak, and especially in Fiji where you had those tropical just downpours, and we'd have that for 3 or 4 days, and then after that would clear, all the lizards and the spiders and shit would come out of that fucking jungle.
What about face wash and towels?
No towels. You're allowed 1 towel for the entire time.
Food.
No,
It was bad, eh? Like beans, rice.
Yeah, and you're.
Did they give you like every couple of days? They'd give you some more
No,
food.
I promise you.
Really?
Sarah, I promise you there's no... I remember once sitting... So they drive you to the challenges because they're actually further away than what they look.
All right.
They do all the shots of you walking them with your sticks. But like, they would drive us to these different spots. And I remember one day I was in the back of this car and I felt something hit my foot and I looked down and it was a walnut. And I remember, because the crew are so strict, because they want you hungry.
Yeah.
And they want you tired and they want you naked.
Because the drama comes then, doesn't it?
You get hangry and you're just like...
You're on edge.
MNTB, as you like to call them.
Yes.
And so I remember sitting in the car as everyone's talking and thinking, how can I get this...
How can I get this
I'm being
nut
like,
up?
I've got to get this walnut. It's going to be the difference between me winning this next chart. Like, you completely lose it. And I remember being like... in the car and then getting it and being like, fuck, now where do I put it? I put it in my bra.
Of course.
Like, deep down, and I kept it in there till night. I cracked it in bed at night and ate the walnut. Oh, yummy. And no one ever knew about it.
Oh my
God
God.
knows where that walnut came
Bestie
from.
Bill exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can you talk about the time you guys found something else? Was it in a crew car?
Someone else. So towards the end, they start getting a bit lax with you, as in they go, I'm going to come full up, because you do always have water. So there's this guy that turns up, he's rough as guts, and they've used him for years. And he turns up, morning! And you're like, oh, g'day. He's like, here for your water! And we'll be like, okay. And then one particular person who's really good at squash went and said, I saw some ciggies in his car. And I went, I don't think you smoke. But like shit just got really bad. And then Joe Cotton was like, I think we should get them next time. And I was like, we don't even have a lighter. Like,
So did you plan for a whole 24-hour period?
a full-on takeover of this packet of ciggies.
Oh my gosh.
Again, I don't smoke. But
you're
he was
desperate.
something's
I
happening
would
to
in
us.
that moment too. If you've got nothing on, you haven't been eating, like, of course you're going to smoke a cigarette.
Remember, we're not as isolated as you think. Literally 100 metres down the beach, over the rocky hill, is a resort. So we can hear kids, we can hear jet skis, we can hear nightclub music. We
That's
can
torture.
We can smell meat on the grill. And we're sitting there going,
These poor celebrities just 100 metres over the hill are starving and withering away.
And there's
my
some of them that got
goodness.
Botox badly timed and they're all moulded bad in their face because it got too hot in Fiji and they just,
gross.
So, yeah, anyway, we stole the cigs the next day and that was a pretty good moment.
Did you get a lighter?
We
Rub
got
sticks.
the fire.
yeah.
The fire.
What was it, a holiday
So
read?
what did you do? Wait for all the cameras and all the
Yep.
crew to leave, and
Yeah.
then you just smoked away
And then we
Dario.
did- yeah. There
Everyone's
were a few,
coughing.
there are a few people that were good at cheating when they knew when the cameras would go. And they knew a few
interesting.
things, yeah.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that.
Oh wow!
Ah.
Bloody love that the inside scoop.
Yeah. Speaking of inside scoops, I thought we could talk a wee bit about interviews we've done at work.
Okay.
You get the call from like these PR people, from the publicists, and they're like, wait on the line, someone's coming on, and you just sit there and you wait. And you wait and you hope that the celeb's going to turn up, because sometimes they don't.
Oh really?
Sometimes you're sitting there waiting, and especially in Zoom, I Zoom, and you're just seeing this empty camera, and you start getting a bit relaxed, don't you? And then there's just like a bookcase, and no one's sitting there in front of
Oh.
And then you suddenly look back, and there's Robbie Williams staring at you, and you go, oh, shit.
That's right.
Oh hello. Right, we're on.
Oh God! But didn't you did this for work too, right? You set up Zooms and
Kinda,
stuff.
yeah. During COVID, I set up a whole bunch of celebrity speaker events. So once a week, I would arrange celebrity Zooms.
Wow.
And people would then join the Zoom webinar and enjoy the presentation from the celebrity speaker. So
That would have kept the old.
Who'd you
darlings.
have?
oh God, who did we have? Hilary Barry. She
Oh,
was
great.
fab.
Oh, yes.
We had do you know Kath? I don't. Koshal or Koshal?
I was going to say Kath Day Night.
No, but this lady Kath from Australia, she was really interesting. She talks about being kind. I know it sounds silly when you say it like that, but she's had a lot of trauma in her life, and now she's like on this mission with kindness, and it's really nice.
Oh, nice.
Who else?
on her.
We had a whole bunch of people. We had David Lomas. We had
Suzanne.
Did she have a medical event in the middle of your
she
thing?
sure did.
Was that your thing?
That was my thing.
What happened?
Sarah.
Yeah. I'd been doing these bloody weekly Zoom webinars for all of the residents to come on. And so she comes online and I say, yay, we're good to go, yada, yada, yada. All right, let's go live now. Everyone's going to join. She's telling her story. She's talking about how she moved over from the UK and her natural glow. And then
She seems fine.
She seems absolutely fine.
She's
doesn't-
fizzing.
Yeah.
yeah, so good. And then after a while, she just sort of like slumped over to one side. And it's like, oh, hang
Oh
on.
my God, you can't even do anything because you're not there.
I know.
Oh, how
And then all of
terrifying.
a sudden she comes back into the frame and just shoots off the back of her chair backwards.
And everyone's just watching.
Yes,
this.
and me.
And all of the people watching it are quite old too, so they're
Yes.
probably getting some medical events.
I'm
They were like,
so-
I know what to do.
I know. I can't see all the people
They're all
watching.
pressing their St. John buttons. Someone get Suzanne.
I know. Because for context, Suzanne's at her home
Yeah.
in Auckland. I'm in the Christchurch office, and then we have people tuning in nationwide.
Who's the closest to Suzanne?
I know.
Does anyone know where she... Suzanne, come back to life. Put your location on.
I just actually shut down the whole Zoom webinar straight away because
Oh, you have to, for
I
her
knew something was
privacy.
up, her privacy, and I didn't know what was going to happen. I shut it down and just rang her, like her cell phone, because I had her cell phone number, so I just had her on the blower all the time.
And she answered?
Answer. Eventually, her partner answered.
Yes.
Oh, thank
Yes.
God.
And he was like, oh, yeah, like Suzanne just called out to me and said she needed help or something. But, yeah, no, she's fine. She's all good. And I was like, no. Like,
Something quite bad. You
Yeah.
saw the whole thing happen. Yeah.
and explained what I saw and stuff. And then I was like, you need to call an ambulance.
Yeah. Yeah.
She needs to be checked. And then we touched base with them later in the day and they gave us an update on Suzanne's condition. And he was so great for her husband because he was like, I just didn't know how bad it was because I didn't see it.
Because, you know, you do that. You go, no, it's all good.
Yeah,
because
you're
no one else
scared as
saw
well.
it.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, trying to calm her down.
But then I love it in true Suzanne fashion. I then saw like 7 sharp on breakfast on the Women's Day. And she's talking about her medical incident and thanking the team who were doing the event with her for looking
Caring.
after her. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's my girl.
Yeah, she's awesome, mate. Well, before
So
that,
cool.
she's got a great story though,
Oh, amazing.
because she came from like real working
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
She and she really
Yeah.
and then hit struggles here.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Oh,
we never
God,
got to
get
the
her
end
on
of
the
that
blower
story.
next time.
You should get on the blower. I know I've seen her comment on some of the stuff.
Oh,
so she's
bless.
here.
She is a More FM
She's
listener.
in the
yeah.
aura.
She's in the aura. Bless her.
Yeah.
So if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you will know that Lana was the celebrant at my wedding, at me and Sam's wedding. I remember ringing you and being like, mate, horrible things happening. When
Yeah.
can you marry me? And you were like, is Saturday too soon? And I said, I don't believe it is, Lana.
Time is of the essence.
I was like, so
yeah.
what weekend are you free in the coming weekend? She's like, I'm actually free on Saturday.
Yeah, I remember thinking, thank God. But I remember that phone call because I remember waiting to hear news.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really get the news, but I knew what the news was once.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of got the news, but I got the message. I believe your quote was, I need you to marry us.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to, yeah,
Because at that point, it wasn't even going to be a big thing. It was literally backyard, marry me. I don't know, our parents. I'm going to be in a Warriors top. And then it snowballed into this event because of other people, like our village getting on board and creating it into this massive thing. But like now that I can step out of it a little bit,
Yes.
not a lot.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
I think about it from your point of view.
I think the entire way I mean, because you write a wedding too. Some celebrants use a template. I'd never use a template, and that's probably why I stress so much about weddings. I stress about weddings anyway.
Yeah.
And so, and I know that about myself, which is why I only do a handful every year. But this one, even with the way I wrote it, I had to be so careful because I wanted you to have your dream wedding. But I knew the future wasn't your dream. That wasn't
I get what you mean. You're trying to balance, like, this is Sam's dream. Not necessarily, but this moment here.
It's not fair. It's not fucking fair. But I remember, and I don't know that you know this, but before the whole thing started, I thought, okay, if I feel like this, and I know you, and we've spoken about what you want, and I'd come here, and I'd spoken with you, and I'd spoken with Sam, and he poured his heart out. And I just thought we're going to give you the best. We're going to give you the best day. But I thought if I'm feeling a bit, not nervous is the wrong word. I wasn't nervous. I think I just desperately wanted this to be a good day for you.
Yes.
And I knew that was a big ask. But I thought, if I feel like that, how does everyone else feel coming to this? And I thought, well, the only person that can go out there and tell everyone how to fucking feel is me.
Yeah.
And so I went out there, and the mood was there was people were happy because it was like, yay, and everyone had seen what your backyard had turned into. You know, everyone had worked their asses off to make this all come together. It was incredible. It was a village. Everyone came together.
Amazing.
But you could just tell there was the apprehension of people were scared to be happy.
Yeah.
But once I went out there and said, today's not that day.
Yes.
I made it up, by the way.
No, but
this was the message.
no, I was coming into that like, this is my fucking wedding.
Absolutely.
Like, I was like, I'm not having anything shit on this because I didn't even know if I'd ever get this kind of day in general because, you know, you don't know.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not having anything ruin it.
Yeah. So I sort of went out there and just told everyone how to be. And I think once that was done, I think it even felt better being out there because everyone was like, cool, we can celebrate.
You gave them permission.
I think that was good too because you said it before Sam or Samuel were here as well. So it really set the tone, and then Samuel arrived.
Yeah. Yeah. And we all knew how to feel and that it was okay. And Luna didn't even cry until the end.
I know.
We do not give her enough credit.
She was so good.
Because that age is the worst age.
I think at one point we stopped talking and then she started crying and someone was like, she likes your voice. You're like, oh, sorry. Yes, I better keep talking.
That's right. But it was an honour, and I think that's I mean, for anyone that was a part of it, right, Sarah, like anybody that had a special job or anyone that had something they needed to do, you did it with this drive behind you of like, this must go the way that I want it to go.
Yeah.
This can't go bad.
Yeah.
And really, actually, you know, if it goes bad, we'll make light of it. It's going to actually be
At the end of the day, nothing on that day could have gone bad unless we didn't get married. Like to me, me and Sam both felt the same way. We just needed that to be on paper because we knew how we felt. We just wanted it to be official.
It was a hell of a day.
Oh my God.
I loved that day. That day was the best day of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There were so many laughs, and it was just so good.
Yeah, and your vows even crossing over, like some of the stuff you guys were saying, you're almost grilling each other before each other.
Yeah.
You were just sort of racing. Yeah, it was just, that was, I will never forget that feeling though of trying not to cry.
Yeah. What'd you do? Compartmentalize?
Yep, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. Not about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I remember when I watch you in the video, I'm like, poor Lana, look at her. She's so sad for that poor couple.
I thought I held it together.
Oh my God.
And
But
then
you
I
do,
watched
though.
it and go, that wasn't held together as well as I thought.
Oh, mate, you did it, mate. You've
You
just been such a
did.
great friend.
Because
Wow.
when these guys had to take a breather, you were standing up the front. See, I was down the back. I could cry. Nobody saw me. It was fine for the rest of us, but you were right up the front.
Yeah, you everyone's
Keeping us all
point of
going.
Yeah. I
strength.
think it's part acting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
make sure it's fine. But I'm so grateful you. I'm grateful you did ask, and I'm grateful you felt like you could.
Yeah.
Oh,
I knew you like, and it's not even just that what you did. I remember when it first happened. After I rang you that day, then I think the next day I opened my bank account, you'd put $2,000 in it. I was like, Lana, and you're like, I'm panicking, I need to do it. And I was like, mate.
Yeah.
But like at that time, I didn't have money. Like I was supposed to be going back to work on that Monday and then couldn't go. And then I remember when Sam had died, I was meant to be going to Taylor Swift, and I had because I was always supposed to be going by myself. But the next thing you know, I'm going the day after the funeral. And so then I remember the friend groups panicking around me.
Yeah.
You can't go on your own. You can't go on your own. I'm like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I could not go on my own.
No. And you hadn't travelled since when? Like
I know, it'd been ages. And like just being away from home just couldn't have happened
And a
on
new
my
mum
own.
as
A new
well.
mum, yeah.
Yeah.
But you paid for someone's flights to go with me. I remember them being like, and do you want her to go with you? And I said, yes, please, Lana, come. Like, yeah. But I don't really know what happened there. I think work said no.
It was a big. There was a lot there. Yeah.
We don't always get our annual leave approved, do we?
That's exactly it. That's exactly the time.
Yeah.
And there was a serious lapse of judgment. It wasn't just one person. It was a series of events that led
How
to a really bad decision being made.
I didn't know at the time that had all been going on, that you'd been denied this chance to go with me. It was one day off work, but when I did, that hurt me as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't want you to know. Yeah, so conversations happened, and I don't think I've ever had a more serious conversation than I did with quite a few. And it was a number of people. I don't believe that will ever happen again.
Well,
I really
because the thing is, it wasn't about Taylor Swift.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I'm grateful to Alex for going with me instead. But and grateful for you to paying for her to come with me.
Like again, I feel so fortunate, and it's that stupid imposter syndrome where I feel very fortunate that I was able to do that. I spent most of my life not being able to do anything close to that.
Yeah.
And so I just, in terms of that kind of shit, it's all material.
But it is, bro. But it really is.
But if that can help you do that and that be a memory, because I actually do think you would have regretted if you didn't go.
Yeah, I think I would have in terms of
was
like
wild.
from Samuel's angle, because
Yeah.
me and him had this really big conversation. I think it was like 2 days before he died about Taylor Swift.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm not going, Sam. And he was like, you have to go. I'm not. So I was like, it's
No.
just not happening. And he was really upset about it. It's like one of our last conversations was about Taylor Swift.
Far out.
Yeah. And he was gutted by it. He knew
It's
how much I loved
deeper.
her. And I was like, I don't care. But he cared that I was
Everyone's
missing
got
out
that
again.
person, don't they? Everyone's got that person, whether it's a musician, whether it's an artist, whether it's a poet, anything
Poet.
like
Well,
Not me.
Sarah, we know you like poems.
got to rhyme. But everyone's got that person where it's actually more of what their art means to
you.
you, and where it takes you back to. So, like for you, obviously, you know, Tay Tay,
She speaks to my heart.
100%.
She's my girl.
So it was about that. It's less about seeing Taylor in the sparkly dresses and the piano covered in grass or whatever was going on there. You know, it was more about you being able to go to that. And it's just unfortunate that the timing meant that you had to go within that week.
I know. The day after his funeral, it was just shit.
Well, you got all the chicks giving you bracelets and you're like, I don't want your bracelet. Friendship? You going to text me? Then don't give me the bracelet, hun.
We are never getting back together, like ever. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up and just thank you. I love you so much,
I
mate.
love you
You
too.
are- both of you. You're both my bestie book. I love you guys. Oh my God.
I love you.
Do you know what I want to ask you about?
What?
Tom Cruise.
Oh.
What was he like? Did you actually talk to him at all? Was it just, did he
wasn't
not even have
allowed.
eyes for you?
Wasn't allowed. Nah, well, I knew that.
Why? Were you only allowed one person to talk?
And the way we got the both of us there is me being the official
Yeah.
camera woman.
I love that.
I got given this camera that was foreign to me. It looked like a paparazzi camera. And I said,
I don't do this. I
said-
work with iPhones.
yeah. I said, well, can't I just do it on my iPhone? And they said, they did that, actually.
Oh
my
I
gosh.
love you.
Hey,
I said,
Can
surely
I just,
it'll
I'm,
be fine.
I'm Lana from Dargaville. Can I just do it on my iPhone?
I promise I'll clean the lens.
I feel like that would have been fine.
And I'll airdrop it to you, Tom, after.
And so then they gave me this camera, and I thought, fuck, imagine if we went all the way to South Korea. Simon's got this career situation of full circle finally getting to talk to him, and I don't push fucking record.
Oh, mate.
You got all of Paramount NZ going, come on, do it. Bosto going, you gotta do it.
I actually think he would have gotten on a plane and murdered you himself if
I
you didn't
wouldn't have
press
co-
record.
yeah. I probably would have gone to North Korea, honestly.
Yeah, you'd have been safer.
Do you know? Earlier this year, I had to do some stuff on the field at the Black Clash,
Oh no, big
recording
event.
content. Yep, we're doing well, we're doing well, we're doing well. I think I'm recording the whole time. And all of the footage I have is I must have been holding my finger on the screen, doing it like it was Snapchat recording.
Oh, holding
and
it
then,
down.
Yeah, so every time, all the recordings are actually me just taking my finger off and it dropping to my
No.
on my lanyard. And it's just like of my body, of the field. And I'm like, come on, guys, we've got to get off the field now.
No, so when did you find out? Don't tell me at the end.
Immediately after we left the field.
Oh, that's stuff.
Thank God I was being the second shooter. Like, I
Yeah.
did have a number one shooter and I was just getting behind the scenes.
Yeah.
God, so I understand the pressure, but yours was with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and the pressure in general of the red carpet was wild. Like the people in this press pit, I see why they call it that, because they were elbowing the shit out of me.
Really?
And for a while I was like, oh sorry, oh excuse me, sorry. And then when it came to Simon's turn and he was moving, along the barricade, I was like, out of elbows up, bitch. I'm coming in. Mum's coming in with the camera.
Oh my God.
I felt like the interview of Tom, it was nice, but Tom was a very serious man.
Yeah,
He
takes
just took
himself.
everything so seriously to the end. I knew Simon would have loved that because he's a deep guy.
Yes.
But I was thinking, oh, Tom, relax.
Do you guys think Tom knew who you guys were from all that hoo-ha that happened?
So we didn't know at the time, but later on found out that the people that we saw who were pointing to everyone, giving him that she knew that of all the people in there, she kept pointing to him like, don't forget, and Tom would be like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he
He'd been
came
briefed.
over.
Right.
Yeah. He didn't know why, and Simon just sort of quickly tried to explain it to him. And then at the end, Simon said, oh, there's a bad prank, and it went for 14 minutes, and, but there's no context of
My
just
producer was crying.
Yeah, gosh,
she was all over the Daily
She
Mail.
made the fucking Daily Mail. She didn't want to do her job anymore. She tried to quit.
Gail, you should have been the bloody red carpet
You should, but you would
shooter.
have been better doing the footage.
No, didn't want me a part of it, mate. I would have cried everywhere. Would have embarrassed them again.
You added emotion.
Well, I was just saying what everyone else was thinking. That poor man, he'd been speaking to Tom for 15 minutes, and if you were in that room, Lana, you would have cried and yelled at JJ too. It was bad.
I absolutely would have. I definitely would have. It shouldn't have gone on for that long.
No, but you know what? A lot of people don't know, and because we never talked about it at the time, but they went to the next level. They got fake, @domain names. So the emails were coming from I can't remember what it was,
Whatever
but let's say
management.
Universal or whatever. They had these proper things. The Edge went to the next degree to just set this up with us. They did a good job of it.
It was well
and I think it would have
executed,
been
but-
well done if they'd pulled the pin after 3 minutes. But the problem was
sure.
it went 14 minutes, and in radio, you don't go for breaks longer than 4 minutes.
No.
ever.
So the fact
so
that
when
we
you're
for
doing
14
something for 14 minutes, that better be you're talking to the Pope or
Yeah.
the King.
Or Tom Cruise.
Or Tom Cruise,
Tom
because you're the
Cruise.
world's biggest fan of him and people
Yeah.
have been on this journey. And when it wasn't him, Simon, I could just see it all over his face. It was genuine, I'm so embarrassed that I've just fangirled.
Yeah.
And it's not him.
Yeah.
I've wasted everyone's time. I look like such a dick. Everyone's laughing at me.
Yeah.
It's like he
That-
was a little kid.
And you saw that you could reach out and touch him. He was right there. So
Yeah.
it rolls off the tongue.
Oh,
Doesn't
and
it?
for
It was
me,
right there.
and I'm that kind of I'm a heart on my sleeve gal.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
very
yeah.
loyal. If it was me, I'd probably take it easier. But because it was
Yeah.
about Simon, I was like, he's the nicest man in the world, and he looks after me, and he cares for me, and he's the best radio dad I've ever had. Don't you know the history?
Is the Edge the same?
Yeah,
Same
company.
company, and that's what made it hard. Because after that, we couldn't. There was all these claims of they bullied them and
Yeah.
stuff, and we felt a little bit bullied. But really, what could you do? I had to give out an acceptance of apology that I didn't
Right.
mean,
Oh.
and things
Right.
like that.
Oh,
Like,
Oh, well,
it's
take
like
it
a-
back. Take it back.
Oh, now I don't care. But at the
Backpedal.
time, it was just too soon.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew all this, but I missed the entire Tom Cruise
Yes.
prank because I was flying to my cousin's wedding in Brisbane and landed, and it had happened. Everyone goes, and it was like, what?
So you landed and it had just blown up.
It had happened, and I was like, what am I?
And we were getting emails and texts from the other radio stations being like, nah,
Yeah.
bro, not cool.
But the worst of the entire thing was when Simon told Tom what they'd done. He goes, that's hilarious.
Oh.
And Simon was like, yeah.
Like funny, haha.
I'm so glad I wasn't there. I'd have been like, fuck you, Tom.
Yeah.
He was very little,
Very short.
very little, very skinny. And everywhere he walked on the red carpet, there were about 3 guys holding ring lights very close to his face.
Wow.
Everywhere he went. He went to the loo. They followed him to the loo and
Oh
obviously
my
put the lights
God,
down when
they
he was
don't
in
want
there.
anyone to see the wrinkles.
Yeah. But we all know
Oh, is
he's
that what
like,
that's for?
yeah.
Well, more lighting makes you look better, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
and he did. He looked like a shining beacon walking out, through. But that's why, because he
Holy
was lit up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh, I love all the behind the scenes stuff,
Yeah.
the
Oh.
logistics.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
for the
good.
inside scoop.
Oh, that's
No
fine.
worries. Reese, I actually wanted to check in with you.
Yes.
Via rugby. You got your eye gouged. Sorry.
Yeah.
Was that on purpose?
I don't think so. But when I see, have you ever had an eye scratch, like, and you had to go to hospital for it?
No.
Gal, I could not handle your Instagram.
Sorry.
I know. I actually couldn't. I was like, this needed like a cover photo, explicit warning. That was a lot.
Because I'd lived in that moment, I think I was desensitized.
She
to it
was,
slightly.
yeah.
The finger, I looked down probably 10 minutes into the game and saw the finger pointing the wrong way. And thought, yeah, but it didn't. It felt weird. It felt strange, but it didn't feel
painful?
No.
Well, you'd notice it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I sort of was like, what's going on there? And looked down and went, whoa.
That looks a little funny.
Yeah, what's happening here?
You're doing a little funny dance.
But then I got a finger on the eye and fucking hell, that hurt.
Is this in the same game?
Same game, probably in the same 2-3 minutes. And when I saw the scan, which I didn't even know because they took it away. So basically, I went home that night. It was a bit sore and it started to sort of leak water everywhere. And I thought,
like
that
crying,
is like a sandpit full of sand and barbed wire in there. Every time my eye would move, even when it was shut, it was like excruciating. I couldn't get away from it. It started to like affect my mental health because I was like, it's stuck in my fucking head and I can't get this pain out.
Yeah.
But I sort of didn't. I stopped caring about this. I couldn't feel that pain.
It was nothing.
This was so sore.
Yeah.
And then I woke up in excruciating pain from this because I left it dislocated. I didn't know it was dislocated.
Oh.
Well, of course it was, you silly tart. Went to the hospital and they were furious. But I said, like, we hear all these stories about A&E being jam-packed and
needing to bring in your +1 to look after you at your bedside.
all that sort of, and I was worried about the healthcare system. So the last thing you need is
last thing I'm going to do is put any pressure on it.
and she said, no. She goes, that's stupid. And I went, oh,
So if anything, you've created more pressure by the delay.
yeah.
It's
She
hard
said,
to know. You're damned if you do. You're
that's
damned if
what
you
I
don't.
thought, Sarah, because I was like, well, it's just my eye. I thought it would wash
The
out.
thing I see with.
That's what
I
she
know.
said. God, are you her? She was like, all your nerve endings basically come out your eye.
You're
And
joking.
That's why it's so sore when something. They do this big scan and put the dye in, and I could see clear straight away where her fingernail had hit.
Yes.
And then she also saw at
Really?
the back of the retina where her finger had hit.
Oh, shush.
So she'd actually hit the eye and gone over the eye and into the back.
What a skank.
That's what I thought.
What a.
Oh my God, I feel some kind of way.
I feel unhappy.
I'm not okay with
Sorry,
that.
Sarah.
That's so
I feel some kind of way. I feel something.
Okay, we're going to move on. everyone.
Sorry, Sarah.
So, are you okay now?
I'm fine. Oh, they gave me this gross cream. Disgusting. It looks like you got conjunctivitis. I don't. Just want that known because someone at Jay's school asked. Embarrassing. And every time I blink now, there's a risk of the scab, which you can't see, ripping off and it starting again. So you have to have these little eye drops.
I'm like
Don't
looking
blink
so
too much.
Yeah, so I just can't.
You're like a pirate.
Ah.
Oh no, they're
my.
missing a leg.
Oi, but
Oh no, they have a badge.
And they're missing a leg.
Oh yeah, there's a
no,
lot
isn't
going
your
on.
dad missing a leg?
Nah, a hand.
Oh.
I can say it.
She keeps doing it to me. She keeps bringing up her amputee father in really weird situations, and I just get like, so now I've started doing it.
Get the
haven't I?
limb right.
But it's because I like to say, if we're talking about amputees, I always go, it's okay, my dad's an amputee. Like it's a permission
you
card.
can do it. Yeah.
Do you ever ring your dad and go, could you give us a hand this weekend?
I know. Actual. Like he's not heard that before, eh?
Has he got a sense of humour about the whole?
Yeah. He's got a thumbs up. He's got one thumb.
I can't,
I know.
I can't. I feel like if I'd met him and I knew he was all good, I'd be fine with it. But I'm gonna
At
sit
my
and watch-
21st, he would like tell everyone it was from a shark attack.
What was it?
Well, he was, long story short, he was happened to be in a place that presses rubber into the soles of army boots. I think of it like a big
Like a-
George Foreman grill. Massive.
Big toasty
Wow.
maker.
Yeah, big toasty maker. You put in the slab of
Shoe.
shoe and then like you pull the press down and the press slipped and his hand got caught in it.
No.
And it crushed and melted. I was in year 11.
Oh, wow.
Maybe even year 12. Year 11 NCA exams. And they pulled me out of my exam. And I was such a goody two-shoes. I was like, I was not cheating. And then they were like, your mother's come to pick you up. It's like random. She picks me up and she's like, your dad's been in a terrible accident, and takes me into the hospital. And then, he lost his hand.
Probably could have finished the exam. Hey, like it's not
I
wasn't going to
know.
bring anything back.
Well, if they
but
weren't
I
going to
guess-
reattach it.
I
then
guess she
yeah.
didn't know.
Exactly.
He might have been more injured.
Exactly. Yeah. He had to spend 6 weeks with his hand
In his
stitched
tummy,
to his
eh?
tummy so that they could like take a slab of his tummy and turn it into a stump.
Keep going, it's your dad.
I don't know what else to say about that. And like, because they offered to put a toe on the end of his stump.
Oh, that's so
very-
kind.
Is that where he drew the line?
That's where he drew the line.
Oh,
Because apparently all you need
Something
is
to-
actually just one pincer to like I don't know, pick stuff up. So they were
wouldn't-
like,
he
yeah,
could've done it
you
with
could
his
have one
own.
toe. And he was like, I'll just go ahead with like.
Yeah, he'll
against
learn
the
how to
stuff.
operate that.
It's
yeah.
fine.
So what he got? So
Well, then
all
you
of
would have
his-
lost a toe as well, so then that would have thrown you off balance.
know.
It's the last thing you
Apparently,
need.
though, they were going to take his middle toe. You only actually need your
biggie.
big one and your little one. Everything in between is just.
Just there for
Just
show.
come along for the parties.
filler.
Yep.
Oh, Sarah.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. The tummy. Sorry.
I know, 6 weeks living with
out,
it
like
in his
that.
tummy, stitched there. And then after the 6 weeks, they took a slab of his stomach to make a stump.
Is that because that's become friends with the tummy skin?
Yes,
And so
because
now-
they couldn't just take it too soon, or the hand skin might reject this tummy
Oh,
skin.
yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah.
though it's your own skin, it still might
Different
reject
place.
it.
Far
Yeah.
out.
This is
Sorry.
a podcast for everybody.
Oh my god.
Shout out to our amputee community.
Yeah, love you.
So we're heading towards the end of our little podcast
Oh.
here. If you've been watching along, you might have noticed that Lana disappeared for a bit because, you know what, we just didn't expect to go this long, but that's all right.
Yeah.
You can still hear it.
Cecil B.
I accidentally used this as a therapy session. So you're finding it?
You're like, so yeah, about my ex.
So anyway, yeah. The twist I didn't know at the start. I was like, yeah, fuck, let's go here. That's fine. Yeah. Why not?
So fun, eh?
Yeah.
Because you can. There's no ads and there's no
man.
songs, man. It's so
There's
nice.
no one tapping at the window saying, wrap it up.
I've got a card here from Gaza that he gave me after Sam died. And I thought I'd just read it because I miss Gary. And I just think he is the sweetest. I thought we could just wrap up with a bit of chat about Gaz.
Yes.
Because we've talked about Simon a little bit. We've talked about more of him. But we haven't talked about our old mate
Yeah.
Gaz, Lord Ted.
Yeah.
But this is what he wrote to me after Sam died. It's so sweet. Dear Samantha, I've been holding on to this card for a while, wondering what to write. I knew things were going to be difficult, obviously. I am so sorry. You do have a great family and great friends. But more importantly, you have you. I thought your man was one of the best. And being another Sam, that made sense. You have a child who will combine both your strengths. You will make it through. My heart goes out to you. Love, Gary.
That's really nice.
And is it like Gary's just that prime example of a man that when he needs to be that guy, he just is that guy.
Yeah.
God,
yeah.
he is good with words.
And he winds you up.
Oh,
But
yes.
boy, you know, when you really need him to step up, you don't even know you need him to step up sometimes, do
I
you?
know.
And he does that. And if you know anything about Gary's life, and a lot of people don't know his full story, he's this, to a lot of people, he's a grouchy old man who gets wine at 9 o'clock in the morning. But actually, I think if you dug deep, you'd see why he drinks wine at 9 o'clock in the morning. And the man's gone through a lot and knows
of a
about
lot.
grief and knows about loss.
Totally.
So you probably couldn't get that from a better person.
I know, and I think the my line that I've held on to a lot from this is the "you have you," because there was something like, I don't know, just hearing that, I was like, when I read that, I was like, yeah, I shouldn't forget. I'm got myself here. It was just
Yeah.
beautiful reminder. I
Yeah.
miss that man.
Oh, he's still hobbling about Littleton. He messaged me and he said he's got another new hip. So he got one done
Oh,
years ago.
yes.
And then now he's got the other one done. And all he said in the email, which I always imagine like the voice of an old man on the Titanic.
Yes. Hello, Lana.
Yes, there, Lana. And at the end he said, I have a new hip, by the way, and am dangerous.
Oh my goodness. Be
Oh my god, it's so cool.
Because he also lives on a cliff. So I'm like, well, without the hip, have you just been stuck at home or stuck at the pub? Which
my
one is it?
God.
Oh my God. This has been heaps of fun, girls.
Oh, it's been so much fun. And honestly, if you ever want to come back, mate, you're welcome to, because there's a third microphone now.
Yeah, sorry, Sarah, but maybe I don't want to get in the way, so I'll just come in. When
No,
you-
the people want you. I know
No,
my place.
Sarah, stop that.
Honestly, you should
No.
see. Sometimes people, when we first announced we were doing the podcast, they were like, this is so good. You should actually do one with Lana. I was like, on the replies, like, yeah, she should. Eh?
Yeah, I fucking think so too.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
bitch.
great?
Sorry, there's a time difference on the other side of the city. We can't have her over all the time.
Yeah, it's a long trek.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Happy International Friendship
Yeah.
Day. I hope you guys have enjoyed listening along and following our chats with Lana Cochrane-Searle here. Sarah and I are going to go and get ready because My Food Bag's actually hooked us up with a few meals.
Whoa.
And we're having
Heyo.
an International Girls' Night.
Oh my
We're
God.
having an international girls'
International
night.
Girls' Night? No, what is it?
To celebrate International Friendship Day, we are having a gals' night.
I have just been talking for a long time.
Yeah.
So.
You can just call it International Girls' Night, and that's just what it has to become. So,
Who are we having over? Remember, I am Swedish.
yeah, you're the fun part of Europe.
Yeah.
She's the interesting one.
Yeah.
Okay. Kaki te ano.
Kaki te.
See ya.
See ya. Oh, bless.